Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Binky here. So as promised, I'm still going through my Sephora haul and showing you how those products work. The thing is, this is a little different because this is kind of a first impressions video. These are for the Stila glitter eyeshadows. I have not worn these yet. I kept meaning to, but then I was a little bit concerned because I was afraid to go out in public for long periods of time in case these didn't work. So today I have a day running errands around the neighborhood and getting things done, so I'll be close to home. Because here's the thing, I love the idea of these, but I have really oily eyelids and I do prep them to keep the oil back, but the oil usually wins. So yeah, so I was a little bit nervous by these. So what I'm going to do is actually just wear one color because I just think that's the smartest thing to do, and then create an eye look around it, because I don't think glitter all over the eye would look fantastic, but I bet you there's people out there who'll prove me wrong. But I'm just going to use this on the lids. So I also did end up getting a couple of the pink ones that were released as well, and I think this is Sunset Cove, and then this was really hard to read because it's so light, but it's yeah, I'll put it, I think Sea Siren. I just saw it. You have to turn it perfectly in the light to get it to work. So yes, I'm going to be trying one of the lighter pinks, and then I will be also trying these on if the lighter pink works, to where I can use it during the full day running around outside of my neighborhood. Because the big thing is, I just want to show the wear time, especially for you out there who do have oily skin like myself, to see if this is even worth buying for you. So again, I have not swatched these, I have not touched these. Let's do this. So what I want to do is build just a very simple look, because I don't want it to be about anything but this color, which is Sea Cove right here. I want this to be the main star, so I'm going to go with a very subtle eye look, just so that I can make sure that I can watch what happens with this. So I'm just going to build a simple look. I'm going to be using the Besame Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs palette that was just released. I absolutely love this. I have a review on this. This for you cool tone girls. Fabulous. So I'm going to use this because I've been using it like almost every day for a while here, because I love it, especially for a cool tone girl. And just so you can see what the palette looks like. Ta-da! There it is. Just beautiful. But I'm going to go for something very subtle. So here we go. So powdered off the eyes first with white, just to make sure that there was no moisture on the eye, to make sure that it adheres as well as I want it to. So the next color I'm going to go in with is just this beautiful color here that adds, it's like a lavender, pinky lavender, just to add a pop of color. So very much just neutral colors because of the look I want to go for. And then I'll just add a little bit of gray here, just a little bit into the crease as well to add more color. So as I mentioned, I really wanted to go subtle with this, because if I didn't go subtle with it, I think that this would be kind of swallowed up, though it's glitter. So I don't know if that's the case or not. But I have not swatched these. I've done nothing with these. So this is the applicator here. And what I'm going to do is just show a swatch, and this is Sea Cove. And that's what it looks like. You know, really, really pretty color. It is, you know, it's just beautiful, simple. It's not too over the top. This is actually something that I would wear. Now these are supposed to be kind of glittery, but I feel like this actually isn't that bad. It could be really wearable. Now I don't know if it's easier to use my finger or how to go about doing this, because again, I've never used this before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dab it on my lid with this, and then I'm going to use my finger, I think, because I usually do that with shimmers and glitters anyway. So I'm just going to stick with what I know. So what's interesting with this is very pretty. It's very pretty color. It's not quite as extreme as I thought it would be. No, it's not that extreme. It is definitely glittery. I thought it would be more opaque, but it really isn't. I mean, just even looking at the swatch here, I thought it would be more opaque like that, but it really isn't. It's more of a subtle glow. Now what I will say is you want to go in there lightly because I already have it going up into my crease line from my lid. So I think the best way, because I am learning this right here, the best way to deal with this is to keep your eyebrow up and then let it dry. And it already is starting to dry actually. So let me try that on this side. Okay, dab it on right here. Or you can keep your eye closed, whatever works for you. I just didn't know what to expect. I feel like a fool. I probably just closed it on it. But you could definitely build it up. So I think if you wanted a more opaque look, you could definitely keep piling it on. I just, well, it just doesn't look like an opaque kind of eye look, and that may not be what it's about. It may just be a simple glitter. It's going on rather even, which I really like. There is a little bit of fallout around the eyes, so, you know, but no big deal. It's really not that bad. I mean, it's glitter, so there's glitter in it, and as my friend says, glitter is the herpes of the makeup world. So, sorry to offend, but yes. So, it is going to be there. I mean, it's going to drop around your eyes. There's real no way around it, unfortunately, but you know what you're getting into because it says glitter eyeshadow, so, you know. For some reason I think this side is more glittery than the other, but whatever. It looks good. So I'm happy with this. I'm going to let it continue to dry. While it dries, I am going to finish up around my eyes, still leaving this as the star because if I cover it up with too much eyeshadow, I feel like it won't, I won't get the full effect. But I do want to work a little bit of color in the corner just to see if it plays nicely with eyeshadows. So let's see. So what I'm going to do is take this color here with a little bit of this. I didn't want it too blue of a look. It's just not what I'm going for today. But maybe it'll just add a little bit in the corner here. I just want to see how that plays. It actually goes over quite well. I know I have this in my lap here. This is all kind of awkward. So let me do that. Tap this off a bit. Yeah, it actually plays nicely. I didn't necessarily want that in the corner. It's more just experimentation with this, just to see how it plays, like I said, with this liquid eyeshadow. Yeah, so you can definitely put makeup on top of it. It's not going to affect it. It is something that you'd want to put on at the end, for sure, but you know, it's not like causing any problems. You may put some glitter in your brush, but you know, whatever. You've been there before. So I'm pretty satisfied with this. Like I said, I was going for a crazy look here. So then what I'm gonna do is just to add a little bit of sparkle, which this has plenty of. I want to take a smaller brush and just put this in the corner to see what this looks like. Probably a glittery mess. It's actually not a mess. What I'm finding interesting with this is that it actually, the glitter isn't going as much around the eye as I thought it would. I thought it would be a horrific mess, and it actually isn't. So, ooh, that looks weird. That's not the product's fault, that's my fault. I don't know what I was thinking. Here's the thing with this, and you can see it right here. You have to move quickly with this because it sticks. It is very adhesive, and I don't know what I was thinking, so now I gotta fix this because, yeah. What I'm gonna do next is finish the eye look with eyeliner and mascara, and I'll let you know how that works. I did a little bit of cleanup on aisle 7. There's still a little bit of glitter here, but actually with a wet cloth, like a face wipe, if you use it, and I did very lightly, it took it right off, so it removed really easily. Just one swipe. There's a little bit of glitter around, but I'm just gonna use foundation and fix that up, and then I'll be right back. So this is the final look. Not bad, actually. You know, I thought it was going to be a lot more crazy because I'm not really a big glitter girl, so I thought it was going to be a lot more distracting than it really is. I actually really like this. I feel like it's not, once you have the rest of the eye look on, it kind of makes it a little bit more wearable, a little bit more subtle. Yeah, it's glitter. It's glitter. People are going to see that. I'm staring at this because I haven't really seen it. And it's really hard not to stare at it, to be honest with you. It's just that amazing. I didn't want to love it because I'm not a big glitter girl, but this really is quite beautiful. Yeah. And the thing is, once you have everything on, it's really subtle. It cleans up really well, so if you have a little bit around your eye, you can definitely wipe it off with like a wet wipe and it'll go away. I think it's really workable. You know, there's a little bit on the in the crease, so keep your eye closed. Once you have one eye done, keep your eye closed and then let it dry out, and then you won't have as much as a problem. I didn't have as much as a problem with this eye. I didn't know it when I was experimenting that you got to keep your eye kind of shut for a little bit or keep them separated and up. And I had a lot better luck on this side. So now you know. You probably knew this if you already wear this. I have never worn it before, so this was kind of a new thing for me. But I just love this. And what I like about it is that it's very much a quick look. So if you just want to do something quickly, do something easy in the crease like I did, throw this on and you're going to make a statement without using a lot of time to make a dramatic eye look. I love this. I think it's really great. It's dried down. It's completely dried down. It dries down rather quickly. It doesn't make a glittery mess around the eyes as of yet. And I just really like it. Yeah, I do. I know. I'm just staring at myself because I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it. When I first put it on without the mascara and eyeliner, it was a bit much, but I think it was really easy to work with. You just have to like dab it on with the applicator and then lightly pat it, and you just get this fantastic look. It's really easy to work with. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is quickly swatch the ones that I have on my hand before letting you go. And what I'm going to do is check in like maybe every 3-4 hours until I am done. So you'll see the lighting change, but that way I can show you how well it stood up to these oily eyes. So again, this is Cove. This is Sea Siren. This is Diamond Dust. This is Kitten Karma. And this is Smoky Storm. Hi everyone, it is me checking back in. It's been about 4 hours that I've been wearing this, and again, this is the Stila Sunset Cove. I think I was calling it Sea Cove. It is actually Sunset Cove. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. It's holding in there pretty well. Yeah, I actually like it. I'm looking at it. It kind of looks about the same. It really hasn't budged. Now, there's been a few little drops of glitter around my face, but I kind of expected that. I mean, it's glitter, so it is going to drop. And I went out, ran some errands. It is cold here. It's like in the 30s here. But, so it wasn't like I'm sweating. It probably maybe performed differently in humidity, but it's hanging in there really well. And it's funny because I went to Dunkin' Donuts, and I don't know if anyone knows what Dunkin' Donuts is. It's really big on the East Coast, and they're everywhere here. Well, Starbucks is everywhere, and then there's Dunkin' Donuts just scattered everywhere. So I went into one after running a few errands, and it's funny because I don't normally get too many compliments on things, and 2 people stopped me in regards to this, including the cashier and the person making the coffee. So they both were like, "What are you wearing on your lids?" This never really happens to me, and it's funny because I wasn't thinking at that point, so I was kind of like, I was digging in my wallet for change, and then she made the comment, and I went, there it is. So these, if you're into subtle eye looks, this isn't for you. I didn't realize it would get as much attention as it did in the span of 5 minutes, but I was wearing my sunglasses on the street, and people aren't really going to stop you in the city. And then if they do, you're kind of like, what do you want? But yeah, so it's definitely getting some attention. Again, I feel like it's really holding on there well. There's a few drops of glitter, but you know, really it's not that big of a deal. So I'm pretty happy with the staying power, especially with my oily eyes. I'm gonna say I'm pretty darn impressed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna wear this for another 4 hours, because you know, that'd be a full day of wear. Let's say you're going to work or whatever, though you know, most people go harder than just 8 hours, but I think I'm going to go ahead and check in 4 hours, just so you can see that there's a full 8 hours of time that I use this, and tell you how it's holding up, because eventually the oil will take over. Hey everyone, so this is it. This is the final check-in for the night. It has been 4 hours since I last checked in, so in total over 8 hours. And it's still on there. Yes, I looked just to make sure, because I was curious, and look, it's still there. I'm pretty impressed with this, because I didn't think it would last that long, especially with somebody with oily eyes. That's why I've stayed away from cream eyeshadows, anything like that, because I have this fear that they're just gonna wear off in the middle of the day, and then I'll look like a fool, you know, with half of it peeling off or coming off. And that's what I wasn't sure of. I wasn't sure with oily eyes if this would work well. And it actually did. There really was no fading. And that's what's interesting, is normally at this time, like my eyeshadow has started to fade a little bit. It's not bad. Actually, this, the Besame Snow White collection works really well on me, but it's been 8 hours and the grease is slowly starting to come through a little bit. That's just my oily lids. It's not the fault of the product, you know, but you can definitely see it has a little bit of wear. It's still on there pretty nicely, but the glitter is still there. Yeah, it may not be quite as intense, but it's still there. So I am really surprised. I really didn't expect this kind of staying power. So thumbs up, Stila. I'm really impressed by this. I really thought this would be end game in about 3 hours in, but it's still on there like a vice. It's just connected. And the thing is, it's really comfortable. You would think it would be, because it's thicker, it wouldn't be as comfortable, but it is. What I also like about it is that for me, but I have oily eyes, it's not drying. Like I thought it would wrinkle up on my eyes by drying out my eyes, and it didn't. And it still looks really lovely. There's a little bit of fall. You'll see a little bit of glitter around the eye, but nothing too disruptive. It's really nice. Yeah, it's still on there pretty well. I can see there's a little bit of wear, but I think for the most part, nobody would even notice. And it's really just a little bit. I mean, like, it's because I'm looking for it, basically. So yeah, I'm really impressed by this. And what I like about it, because of my oily eyes, I was always afraid to venture into cream eyeshadows. But what I like about this is, if you've had like the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette, I think it's called the Moon Dust palette. I think everybody has this palette. I haven't used it a lot because you have to do the glitter glue to really get it to stick, and I found it to be a little bit difficult to work with at times. What I love about this product is you don't have to worry about that, because it basically has the adhesive already in it, so it just goes on the eye and locks down, and it is there. And I love that because it takes out the whole step of the glitter glue, all that. It's just on there. This is such a brilliant product. I love it. You know, I just, and I'm sure the Moon Dust, I think that's what it's called, because I've used it like twice in like 2 years. So that tells you it probably was not the best buy. It was just too difficult to build up for me. I know other people have had better results. Maybe I need to try it again before I say that. But with this, I just feel like it's easier because you just put it on your eye, wait for it to dry, and you're done. And the nice thing was the eyeliner went on really smoothly with it. It just went right over it with no problems. Other eyeshadow went on top of it with no problems. It's just so easy to work with, and you get the same effect. Very glittery, but yet it plays well with other products and it doesn't take long. Like in the morning, this is so easy just to throw on and out the door. I'm wondering if the more neutral colors, like the light browns and things, if they'll be a little bit more friendly for everyday looks. I don't think this wasn't, but I'm kind of curious. I can't wait to try it, and I think it may have a new addiction. But yeah, so I don't feel like there's any irritation or anything. I guess I'll know more if I remove it and see that my eyes are red. I don't tend to have overly sensitive eyes. If I don't come back on this video, that tells you that there was no reaction. My eyelids were completely fine afterwards. If there is a problem, I'll come back on, but it doesn't feel dry. I don't even feel like it's on there. There's no itchiness or anything. It's just fantastic. So yeah, this is a huge thumbs up. It really is. I really love this product. I didn't think I would, but this truly is amazing. And again, I got more compliments off of it. I'm telling you, I've never gotten so many compliments off of an eyeshadow in my life. And so these are really fun, and they really, like, if you like a statement, it's here, and people really like it. And yet what I like about it is a statement piece, but it's not over the top. It's just it's there, but it's not crazy, and I think it's just fun. It's just a cool product. You know, they are a little spendy. I think they're $24 for the full one. Yeah, but you get a decent amount of product. Yes, it is a little bit more expensive than buying a pan of eyeshadow, so that may be a deterrent for some people, because that's expensive. I mean, I got the 20% off on this, but if you didn't, I could see why this could kind of turn a few people off. You're still, I mean, I think it's actually bigger than a pan. I think you would get a couple pans out of this if it was a powdered shadow, but even still, you know, what would that run you? Maybe $12 to $14 for a shade like this? Well, maybe 12 to 16. So yes, it is a little bit more of an investment. So you have to think, is this something that I'm going to wear enough before it dries out? I don't know how long it takes to dry out, but it is a liquid thing, so you wouldn't want to keep it forever, just to make sure, you know, you keep your eyes safe. You don't necessarily want to keep it forever. So is it worth it to you? So I do want you to think that over too before buying it. You know, if you're going to use it once or twice, it may not be for you, but if you plan on using it a few times and you really love the look, then yeah, you can always just buy one and see how it works for you. And again, I think they still have this on the site. It's $25 for these three. And I think this is a lot easier to get through than a bigger one like this. So yeah, you may want to start with the mini set to see if it's something that you really want to use, but I know I'll be using it. So yeah, huge thumbs up. I can't believe it worked on my oily eyes. I am really happy. I'll be wearing these quite a lot this winter and beyond. So big thumbs up. So that is my review today and my first impression. Please let me know what you think, how you feel about it, what your favorite colors are. Do you like the liquid glitter shades? Because I kind of do. Let me know. So until next time, have a fabulous day. Bye.